So last night, I was asked to do a presentation on vibe coding, and I was asked to do it in the style of Pecha Kucha, which is basically this Japanese format where you have 20 slides and you have 20 seconds per slide. It's very fast paced. You get 6 minutes and 40 seconds. So rather than just doing a keynote presentation, what I thought would be fun was to actually vibe code an app that allows you to record your talk and then produce the slides for you using AI. So I'm going to show you the presentation I did last night, or I'm going to re-record it, and then I'm going to show you the application that I built or vibe coded for that presentation. So check this out: 6 minutes and 40 seconds. So you can see all my slides here. I'm going to click on present, and then we're going to go into presentation mode. So yeah, hi everyone, my name's Stu, and this is a talk about AI-assisted product building and why we need a better term than vibe coding. So I'm sure you've all heard of the phrase vibe coding, and it came around in early 2025 by one of the co-founders of OpenAI, and it basically infers you can build a product with the click of a button with AI. It promises a push-button AI solution, but if anyone's been building products for a little while now, you know that that's actually not the reality. There's a lot more that goes into it than just pushing a button or entering a simple prompt. And I'm going to talk a little bit about my experience with product building over the last 15 years. So yeah, I have 15 plus years of building products. I'm not anti-AI. I'm a product builder, and actually, I love leveraging AI. For the last year and a half, I've been doing vibe coding or AI assisted product building. So I have deep experience of shipping products end to end, and also I've got some good experience using AI too. I have two SaaS startups, or had two SaaS startups, both of which got to about 25K MRR. One was a project management tool, and the other was a time tracking tool, both of which were acquired, and both of which probably took about 2 to 3 years to actually to build. The initial prototypes probably took about, I want to say, 6 months to a year to build, and there was a lot of coding, a lot of work went into that. But the process was basically gather requirements, plan and architect the product, do the design and the development, and then do QA and deployment. It took 1 or 2 years, as I said, but then you had a solid product. But you have to make sure those steps are in place to build that solid product. And that's what I did for both of my startups. And then in late 2024, I started experimenting with a tool called Bolt, which was one of the first tools that used AI to build products. I started messing around with it, and I was blown away with what it could do. I built a club management platform for a club that I was in because I needed something to just manage subscriptions and manage users. It was called Clubsy, and I built that. And yeah, I built it in probably a few days. It took me a few days, maybe a week, and I was like, this is insane. Obviously, it had its bugs, and it took a little while to kind of iron out some of the kinks, but it was impressive what it could do. And I remember driving to work the next day and thinking, it's crazy. The speed at which AI can build products is just mind blowing. It's going to change the world. I remember thinking that it's going to change the world. And then, roll on 6 months to a year, it has changed the world. It's crazy what you can do now with AI and with vibe coding. So the next day, a few days after that, I went to work, and rather than using Figma, which I'd been doing before because I was a product designer, I started using vibe coding to actually create the prototypes and the demos that I was doing previously with Figma. And I remember people that I was presenting to were impressed because these were interactive demos that people could see the full results of what was being mocked up. So around mid 2025, I decided I was going to go all in on AI. And I set up my own company that builds products and prototypes for founders using AI. Obviously, you can do it so much quicker. So it's the perfect industries to build MVPs and prototypes. It became a business that actually took, rather than just doing experiments, I was actually creating real businesses like ed tech platforms, iOS fitness apps, some stock management and trading tools. These weren't just experiments now. These were actually products that I was getting paid to build using AI. And I built like about 6 or 7 in 6 months. And here's a couple of them. This is called Stonkify, which is a iOS app that I built, and it basically is a research tool. And I built it in iOS using React Native. This was maybe four months ago, before Opus came out and actually allowed you to natively build in Swift, which is the native programming language on iPhone. So this was pretty good, and could even be better now if we rebuilt it using Swift. This tool here is called StonkStack, and basically it's a tool to compare different stocks and how they rank against each other using Buzz, using X. So there's a lot of integrations that went into this. The next one was called. This is actually called Bleat. This is a SaaS app that I have going right now. The idea is that you record a transcript from a meeting, and then it creates LinkedIn posts using Claude, and then you can automatically publish and schedule them on LinkedIn or X. So this is an actual app that I have out there in production right now. So, and the next one, this is kind of funny. This is a game that I made for my kids, actually. And it just goes to show the power of what you can do with AI. This is using a platform for React that allows you to create 3D games in sort of like a Roblox style or Minecraft style. So this was fun to build. And obviously, this wasn't a product that I charged for, but I wanted to do it as an experiment and it was fun. The point of all of this is that with vibe coding, that's great, but nothing's really changed since 15 years ago when I was doing this. You still have to gather requirements, build a good architecture, solid backend that's secure, and then you have to do a thoughtful UI UX on top of that. It's the same process. It's just that we have AI doing a lot of those steps for us. Sometimes with vibe coding, it's suggested that you can skip those steps and it will do it all for you. And you don't really see the AI doing all those steps. But if you don't really get involved and focus on each step properly, you're going to end up with a product that's built on shaky foundations and can easily fall apart. So it's really imperative that we remember that each step is really important along the journey of product development. And it hasn't really changed. It's making those steps go faster than it ever did before. So we're saving time and we can pass those savings on to the client. But we still have to know what we're doing with those steps and make sure that we have the skill and to do our craft. A hammer doesn't build a house. A builder with a hammer does. AI is it's a powerful hammer. And, it's a tool, right? So we should be leveraging it as such. Don't feel like it's going to replace us. It's just going to assist us and aid us to do what we were doing already before. So that's kind of my pitch. And I've been going on about this for a while. I'm very, very much pro AI, love using it. I don't like using the phrase vibe coding, but I am an AI assisted product builder and I love building products. It's just what I do. And now I can build a lot more products than I ever could in the past because of AI. That was my talk, 6 minutes, 40 seconds. It was fast. It was kind of fun building this app, and I'll just go and show you real quick some of the other features in it. So we have our slides here. You can actually go ahead and you can pull up the slide and you can change it. So you can replace the image that was generated by AI, and you can put your own custom image in because some of the AI images, as you know, aren't great. Or you can have AI rewrite the text in the slide, or you can have it reorder things, create a different custom image in the background. You can change the type of the slide. For example, this slide here is like a comparison slide, and then you can do other slides like full image slides like this one, where it just has an image. And you can even you can even upload videos. So in this situation, I actually uploaded a video instead of the slide, an MP4 video. So it has support for videos too. You can reorder them by dragging them, dropping them into different orders. And you can export it'll export the whole presentation into a HTML file, and it's fully embedded so that you can pull that HTML file up on a computer and it will play without any internet connection. And yeah, that's the tool I built. And the way you use it is you just simply go to the record mode, and then you just talk for 6 minutes and 40 seconds. So if I was to record what I just did there, and I put it into this app here, it would pretty much produce the same slides I did before. So it's a cool little tool. It was fun vibe coding it. It probably took me about a day, maybe 4 or 5 hours in 2 different sessions to build this. And yeah, just goes to show what you can do with AI. And I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it was helpful. Let me know if you've got any questions, and I'll be glad to answer them. Thanks.